It's never really desirable to have to engage with the police if you can't help it, but sometimes they may be the only thing that might save your child, or save you or a sibling from a child that is too distressed to the point where their behaviours might cause harm to you or those around them. With this in mind, sometimes a police passport can be a helpful resource that we can use. What a police passport is different depending on what area it's in, but generally what it's meant to do is give the police advice on how to interact with your autistic or learning disabled child better. What that means is informing them beforehand what to do and what not to do to help your child be able to manage in that situation, to diffuse a very difficult situation, to basically stop the police potentially escalating. So it may not be their desire to escalate a situation, but if a police officer is to come onto the scene to try and support, but is to use physical force or touch when your child might be oversensitive to touch, might mean that that police officer inadvertently escalates that behaviour, causes your child more distress. Whereas if they use different strategies and a different approach, they could help reduce the sensory bombardment of that situation of whatever's going on. So in the Bristol and South Gloss area, we currently have the Safe Spaces scheme. And what this is you give the police some information beforehand about you or your child, whoever needs that support. Then if there's a moment of crisis, you ring the number, and then the operator you speak to informs a plainclothes police officer or regular police officer who is en route to your situation of what to and what not to do. So that may mean speak in a hushed tone because this person is oversensitive to sound. If you speak loudly at them, it's going to scare them. It may cause them to lash out. It may cause them to get physical. It may mean don't touch the child or try to avoid touching them where possible, because touching them could lead to the police officer getting hit and then an escalation. I hope that those little examples give you an idea of how this is meant to help. Again, you may not want to give any information to the police, that's quite understandable. However, if you're in a situation where police engagement is something that can't be avoided, or there is a risk of harm to yourself or a sibling, this may be a good option. It may be a good option because it means that you have that number to ring where an officer could come along and potentially diffuse that situation. I hope that this little snippet of information is helpful on what a police passport is, but it is different on different areas. We have provided a few examples on this webpage, and I hope they help.